I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. Remember, I have a conference coming up on the 1st of May by 7 p.m. It is an online conference. Send a message, a WhatsApp message to +234 70 52 13 6763, and I will send you the flyer. You can also join my WhatsApp mentorship group by sending a message to that number. And I have properties for sale in Delta states in particular. So send me a message on +234 70 52 13 6763. We have had buyers from nearly every continent of the world and nearly all tribes in Nigeria. Your money is safe in my hands. Your property is safe in my hands. Now, I want to define success. Success. Please, this channel is not for church religious people. This channel is for kingdom citizens. Thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Whatever you hear here would annoy you, will challenge your thought process, will make you hate me. Do I really care? I don't care. But I will speak the truth to you. What is success? There is a book I have. It was written in 1786, but many years back. It is titled Gaining Favor with God and Man by William Thayer. And I want to quote from that book. Every man has a mission to perform in this world, for which his talents precisely fit him. I am Dr. Apoki. I am not David Oyedepo. I'm not Pastor William Kumuyi. I'm not Archbishop Benson Idahosa. I am not any person. I am Dr. Apoki. I was purposely crafted to be who I am. I was not created to please you. I was created to fit a role. So every man has a mission to perform in this world, for which his talents precisely fit him. And having found what this mission is, he must throw into it all the riches of his soul, seeking its accomplishment. It is the achievement of this purpose that is called success. William Thayer. I'm teaching you from this book titled Unstoppable People. I wrote it in 2014. So whatever I'm sharing with you, I've shared with people 10 years back. Now, the most attacked object in this world is not military barracks. It's not nuclear reactor sites. It is not radar stations. It is your purpose and your dreams. They are the most attacked objects in this world. Now, you must put in everything in your life to achieve your purpose and your dreams when you discover them. I've done a video before now on identifying your calling. Look for it. Reaching set goals in life is a choice taken. It's a choice. You make that choice. Let me give you something. I have written more than 40 books. I write in those days when we didn't type. I used to write with capital letters, longhand. I write only with capital letters because if I write with small letters, I can't read what I have written. That's what I wrote myself. I can't read. Let me bring something. I write with capital letters. It is only exams that I write with small letters. So I have been able to write these books despite all the deficiency of not being able to write with small letters. So you see, this is my diary. Most things here are written in capital letters. Everything here in capital letters. And my handwriting is so terrible that sometimes I find it difficult to read what I have written. The love letters I wrote to my wife when I was dating her, I have copies. And occasionally I bring them out and read them. When I was 60, I brought them out and was reading them to her. And some of them I couldn't read what I wrote because I wrote them in small letters. But the good thing about what I wrote, I was writing to her when I was 20, 24, 25, 22. I think I was 21 when I told her I wanted to marry her. She was 19. The letters I wrote to her from the age of 21 to the age of 26, when I read them to her, she said, so all these things, you've been telling me these things long time ago. Long time. Marriage is a very funny thing. Women, very funny thing. You see, some of us are too tensed up in this marriage thing. Some of us take it too seriously, as if the whole of our lives depend on it. Be relaxed. There is more to life than marriage. This morning, I slept by 3:30 something a.m. because I needed to do some things on YouTube and online and send a breakfast meeting to my WhatsApp mentorship group. And then she woke me up. He said, you have changed drastically. I was thinking it was something else. He said, in those days, you used to leave money in your pockets. Nowadays, I don't see money in your pockets any longer. You have become different. You're now hiding your money. Dr. Pokimadune I devised, I was very reckless with money in those days. One day I was looking for something else and I saw 150,000 naira. I had forgotten. One day I was looking for something else. I saw 70,000 inside a shoe that I had not worn for a long time. There was one day I opened the glove compartment of one of my cars and I found about 45,000 naira that Raymond Orogugbe, the man I interviewed that called me a wicked man and a madman, had put there after we sold books. I left them there and he told me, I know you will forget it. I forgot that thing for nearly 6 months. It was later I saw it. For me, money doesn't really hold much to me. Just value. Just exchange of value. That's why I can leave everything for my wife and I'm comfortable. So she said that she no longer sees money in my pocket. In those days, she would say, if you live with a thief in this house, the thief will steal all your money. So now I got wiser. You know, the mama principle of maturity. That woman that told the husband after 40 years of marriage that you are becoming more mature. I think I'm becoming more mature. Dr. Foki, crazy man. So, what is success? It is reaching goals that you set in life. And it is a choice you make. It is not the chances that come your way. I have a very bad handwriting. I had P7 in English. But I credited literature and I did higher school. I had P7 in English. That means I don't speak well. And you can notice the grammatical errors. But you're listening to me. People are listening to me all over the world. I resolved I wanted to be a global citizen. Long time ago, I had these defects. I used to be a very shy person. Very shy person. In fact, I don't like crowds. I don't like ceremonies. I'm a recluse. This whole house is empty. This compound is empty. I live on half an acre. It's empty. I'm the only one here. I live a reclusive life. I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. You see, so I have defects, but I resolved to achieve the dreams I set for myself. We are raising a group of shallow Christians, Christians who are parasitic on God, Christians who are dependent upon people like me who have their own problems and their own faults, people who can't think for themselves, who have no drive, who have no dream. In fact, if you live around the average African Christian, you will end up being mediocre. I'm telling you. They don't have dreams. They just quote scriptures and live in mediocrity and stupidity. And they find me very irritating. Me also, I find them nauseating. Find many Christians wicked and nauseating. You must have dreams. You must have ambition. You must have pictures of your future that you are willing to pursue, act on. And challenges are part of life. They are not necessarily demonic. The Bible told, Adam was told by God, subdue. Before you subdue, that means there's going to be resistance. There is resistance in life. Unstoppable people and successful people are men and women who, despite all odds, were able to overcome the challenges of life and still reach and fulfilled their set goals in life. Their set goals. I asked God, what do you want me to do with this anointing? He said, do I tell you when you are hungry? Do I tell you when you sleep with your wife? When to sleep with your wife? He said, I have put enough of my spirit in you to know what is good for you, to know what is good for the kingdom. He said, that's why I will reward you for what you do or what you did on earth. Initiative, you have the mind of God. Think about these things that are pure, things that are of good report. Think about honorable things. Do you have a goal? Why would you not find life difficult? Do you have set goals? Have you made up your mind that you are willing to attain them despite all limitations? The man, success is defiance of attempts to nullify the results of efforts. It is the defiance of attempts to nullify the results of efforts. You want to put in effort, there is resistance to it. You want to nullify your efforts, but you have to defy it. You defy it, man. You defy it, baby. You defy it. Let me tell you one thing that I'm going to make enemies now. Oh, many enemies, but I don't care. Anointing oil, clerical collars, stickers of your churches, the declaration of your churches, calendars of your churches, wearing the picture of a man of God on your neck, wearing the rubber band of your church and ministry, do not frighten demons. They don't frighten demons. If demon can come and tempt Jesus Christ, all those banners, all those stickers, all those things you wear, all those things you gum on your cars, all those bracelets, or you put a picture of a man and his wife on your neck, they don't frighten demons. If the devil can appear before God and accuse Job, they don't frighten demons. Don't be deceived, man. You see, instead, they attract them. To stop or not to stop is a choice you make in life. I don't want this video to be too long. Let me just conclude this video. There's a man called Kyle Maynard. Kyle is K-Y-L-E. Maynard is M-A-Y-N-A-R-D. He was born with amelia. Amelia is when you have incomplete hands and legs. He decided to be a wrestler, a Greek wrestler. And he won his 36th fight. He lost 35 and won his 36th fight. He writes with his mouth. He drives his car without hands. I saw him, he drove towards the car put the wheelchair, pressed a button. The wheelchair was lifted to, okay, he pressed the trunk of the car. The trunk opened. He somersaulted into the back seat, somersaulted into the front seat, pressed a button that lifted the wheelchair to the roof of the car, and he used the stumps of his hands to drive the car. That's a man without hands and legs. And you looking at me with complete hands and legs, you are accusing devil, ancestral spirits, curses and covenants and government. I will tell you about, what's her name now? Joni Eareckson Tada. Joni Eareckson Tada went to swim in the Chesapeake Bay, dove into the water and hit her head against an object. And she was paralyzed from the neck down. They put her in a form of frame called striker frame. It rotates so that she won't have bed sores. And they use it to pull her so that they can decompress this spinal cord. But they told her she would end up as a vegetable. She refused. She wrote for a degree with her mouth. And she became a broadcaster, preaching in radio stations. She was nominated for the Grammy Award, but they disqualified her. She didn't win it because for her to talk, they have to compress her diaphragm to be able to talk. She was assisted. And she uses wheelchair to preach around the world. And she met the President of the United States. One day, a full-blown man saw her and her persistence for success and said God told him to marry her to enable her fulfill her dream. That's a woman that is paralyzed. You fool woman, you are complaining. Fool man, you are complaining. Don't bring that complaint near me. I don't give... Kyle Maynard said there are many excuses to fail, but no good reason. And he wrote a book titled No Excuses. Go and look for whatever I'm sharing with you. No excuses. Listen, I'm still your friend, Dr. Charles. Dr. Charles Poki. Send me a message on +234 7052136763. And I will send you the flyer of how to register for my May 1st program. You can join my WhatsApp mentorship group, and I have properties for sale. Now, I share one secret with you. When I'm calling that number, I'm always smiling. You know why? I don't have an editor. The editor I had was slowing me down. I was paying him in Europe, but he was slowing me down. So I resolved to be doing these things on my own, despite the challenge of not having an editor. That's why when I'm calling the number, I'm always smiling. I say, you guys don't know what this man is passing through. But I'm achieving my results. I keep forgetting what is behind. This one thing I do, I keep pressing forward towards the mark of higher calling. I remain the only personally certified madman, the wicked man, the crazy fellow. Your friend, the area grandfather, your friend, Dr. Charles Poki.